Hello and welcome to Meditation with Kimberly. If you love this channel or if you resonate with the meditations or any of the content, please subscribe below or like to signal to me that the content has been meaningful and to signal to others that they should stay a while and listen. Today we're going to talk about metta. I love metta. And I think right now we could really use metta in the world. So metta simply means loving kindness. In Buddhism, it is the antidote to hatred. And another way to say hatred that is maybe less intense is just anytime that you're feeling resistance. So in Buddhism, when you're feeling resistance, reluctance, you're wanting to push something away, you're experiencing hatred toward that thing. So usually we do that with things we don't like. And in life, we do it with situations, we do it with things, we do it with people, we do it with whole cultures, we do it with religions, we do it with social media, we do it with so many things. And in Buddhism, and when you're experiencing hatred, when we turn our eyes away from something, when we push something away, we actually, like in my experience, what we do is we actually separate parts of ourselves. Instead of, in parts of our life, we become fragmented in a sense. And loving kindness is a way that I think that we can look at everything as it is, and then we can wish it well. We can thank it for coming, thank it for teaching us things, and wish it well. And there's this beautiful line in The Prophet. It's a book of poetry by Khalil Gibran. And he says it's in the, I believe it's in the War and Peace section, which I don't know if that's actually the title of it, but he says, "We are as high as the highest high, and we are as low as the lowest low." And he's talking about humanity and how inside of us we have everything that's good and beautiful and pure and loving and kind and gracious, and then we have everything that's evil and greedy and delusional and painful. And when we have the tools to look at it all, to hold it all, to see life and reality as it actually is, which has all of those things. It's not just one-sided. If you turn on the news, you'll see both for sure. And loving kindness is something that we can access so that our own heart doesn't turn hard, cold. It's a practice of keeping our heart open to all of life. And, you know, whether you believe this or not, there is an idea that we are all connected, and that in all of us is this unshakable, unremovable, untarnishable thing that connects us all. And some people can say it's energy, some people can say it's our soul, some people can say it's God, it's the universe, it's universal energy, it's, there's a bunch of names for it. It's nature, it's energy, it's the elements. There's, like I said, a bunch of words for it that exist. Its presence, its consciousness. Sorry, I'm thinking about all the words that I've heard for this thing. And it's this thing that we can't really understand. We can't really describe. We can't really, it's hard to put into words. But there is this idea that we're all interconnected, and we're all connected by this thing that exists and potentially exists beyond this physical body. So when we die, that it might still exist. And that when we're sending loving kindness, we're sending loving kindness to that part of the situation, the being, the thing that we're sending it to. That's my cat, sorry. He's acting wild. He's feeling that energy. And that we're sending it to that part because we all have a personality. We all have the thing that the facade that we put on, the way we like to be or we try to be in the world, this like personality, it's how we dress, it's the things we do, it's the way we want to be seen, right? We all have that. And some people's we really get along with, and other people's we don't understand and have a really hard time with. But there's this idea that there's something more, there's something deeper, there's something beyond, there's something that connects us all, and that even the things that we don't like in people and the things that we love in people, that those are also in us because we are all the same. And so when we're sending metta to that place that knows the truth, that's connected to the truth of I see you. I maybe don't agree with your actions or your words, but I trust that there is something in you that is also in me, and that ultimately, that when I send you goodness, I'm sending myself goodness. And when I'm sending myself goodness, I'm sending you goodness. Because I have inside me the lowest of lows, and I have inside me the highest of highs, and you have inside you the lowest of lows, and you have inside you the highest of highs. And you connect at that level. And it can be hard because the things people do to other people, to animals, to the earth, are really hard to be with, really hard to understand. And we may never understand them. That's the other truth. We may never understand why things are the way they are. We may never understand why somebody acts the way they act. We may never understand it. But we can try to keep our hearts open so that we can look every human in the eye and connect to this thing that is within us all. And when we do that, we can actually listen to people. We can actually have true conversation. We can actually feel empathy. We can actually feel compassion. We can actually put ourselves in this person's position as much as possible. We have the potential for peace, both in our lives and in the world. And it's really important. And it's really important right now, particularly. And so we're going to do a short little metta practice. And we're going to choose somebody that's hard, and somebody that's like not so hard that you're like, twitching, but somebody that's harder, somebody that you struggle with, somebody that you find yourself being like, having judgment towards, having frustration towards, having annoyance towards, maybe even having hatred towards. And we're going to practice connecting to this part of ourselves and then sending them metta. So go ahead and let your eyes shut down. This isn't going to be a full practice. We're going to keep practicing metta over the days and weeks ahead. I will always return to metta because I think it's so powerful. Just letting the eyes shut down. And I want you to connect to that part in yourself, the part that you know has goodness. The part that forgives you when you make a mistake. The part that sees a baby or a small animal and feels something. The part that holds on to the person you love a little bit longer. That part. Just connecting with it. Feeling it in your heart and your belly. Letting this part of you get bigger. Almost like enveloping you. Reminding you. So that you can begin sending and reminding someone else. In hopes that they might remember. Letting this feeling radiate, almost like pulse in the space with you. And right here with your eyes closed, go ahead and bring up this more challenging person. Seeing their face. Noticing any feelings that want to arise, any thoughts. Letting this feeling of goodness stay with you as you look at them. And beginning to whisper metta. May you know peace. May you know peace. May you know freedom from suffering. May you know freedom from suffering. May you know peace. May you know freedom from suffering. Continuing to send the metta. Sending them whatever kind of metta you think they might need to connect to their heart, to connect to truth, to connect to kindness and love. taking a deep breath and just getting really still. Noticing how you feel. Not judging it, just noticing. Bowing the chin. Being gentle and kind to yourself, giving yourself gratitude. It's hard sending metta to challenging people. And we can do hard things. We can take the high road. We can refine our hearts. We can fight hate with love. Taking some deep breaths. Blinking the eyes open. Reacclimating to the space, moving the body. One of the most beautiful things about being human is that we have choice. And every choice leads us closer to what we most desire for ourselves in the world, or every choice moves us further away. Metta helps us be with the realities of the world. And not all the realities are peaceful. Some of them are hard. So please return to this as many times as you need. Until next time.